Okay, so we're recording?
Yes, we are.
Hey, y'all. Alright.
Hi, everyone.
It is us again, and it's good to see y'all. Today, we are going to be reviewing the book.
And this is the Transformers IDW Phase 1, Volume 4. We're now up to Volume 4. We just done the other three volumes of Phase 1. Now we're up to Volume 4.
So, we're up to Volume 4, and we got finished reading this and stuff like that. So, we have characters for the spotlights, but there are some that we don't have that are still packed up. Now, one day we will get it straightened out and everything will be out. But right now, we still have stuff that is packed up that needs to be unpacked. So, but we do have some of the spotlight story characters in here.
And to give you a little closer look, and this is a picture of Grimlock here.
Grimlock is a bad boy.
And it has Volume 4 on the bottom. And it does say, oh, it's upside down. And it does have, oh, well, no.
We'll get it right here in a minute.
There we go. It does have Transformers, the IDW collection, like with all the others. And it does have the little ribbon here, just like with the others. Number 4, Transformers IDW collection. And on the back, it does have a picture of Grimlock's arm here, holding his sword here. And here it tells you what's in it. Just like with all of the other ones.
So that is pretty much the intro to the book.
And now we're gonna open it up. It does have a picture of Grimlock again. And here is the contents of what's in it. And what's in it is there's 7 spotlights of each characters, and there's also 2 miniseries, which is Maximum Dinobots and the Drift miniseries. And for the spotlights, first I will have to scoot up. To scooch up some. But for the spotlights, we have the spotlight of Cyclonus, which is here. Spotlight Hardhead, Spotlight Double Dealer, Spotlight Sideswipe, Spotlight Drift, Spotlight Metroplex, and Spotlight Jazz. And for Spotlight Cyclonus, Hardhead, Double Dealer, and Sideswipe, all four of these is actually connected into one mini-series called the Transformers Revelations. I'll get to why when we look at the spotlights of Cyclonus, Hardhead, Double Dealer, and Sideswipe, because these four spotlights, it is focusing on the character for a little bit, but it's also focusing on the other characters. Where if you take a look at the other spotlight issues, it's always about that character.
All right.
So let's first start off with the spotlight of Cyclonus here.
No, Cyclonus, he was a juggernaut. He was a bad boy. His story is unique in a way.
And he's part of a team called the Dead Universe team.
Which, if I'm right, Galvatron also makes an appearance in it, right?
Yes.
Galvatron, which was separate from Megatron.
Yes.
So, this is pretty interesting because...
And I think I have said that in Volume 3 of Phase 1, where Galvatron and Megatron were both separate characters. Unlike the 1986 Transformers the movie, where Galvatron or Megatron got reformatted into Galvatron.
So this book follows a little bit of a different timeline here, because actually you're going back and forth where Megatron sees Galvatron, and Cyclonus is in there too.
And as you can see here, just like what I said, it's also focusing on other characters, and not just Cyclonus himself. Because Spotlight Cyclonus and Spotlight Hardhead, Double Dealer, and Sideswipe, all four of them do connect into one little mini-series. Like, this could have been like a little mini-series, which is Transformers Revelations. Because if they would have just called it Transformers Revelations, that would be a really good thing, instead of just having it in little spotlights.
So the artwork in here is really good, and the storytelling is really excellent too. It puts a different, unique spin on the Transformers as what we know.
Oh, and here's the like characters here from the Dead universe, and like my dad said, Galvatron does make an appearance, and here he is right here. And the other ones that is part of the Dead universe here, which are these guys, is named Straxus, which is behind Galvatron here. Nemesis Prime, which clearly does look like Nova Prime here. Because in the IDW comics here, Nemesis Prime is actually Nova Prime here, and not just a black Optimus Prime repaint. And we also got G-Axis here, and we also have this guy here, which I'm gonna say his name is Grindcore, I think. Yeah, I think his name is Grindcore, which is right here. And here's some nice artwork here of Cyclonus here. So that's the spotlight of Cyclonus. Now we're moving into the spotlight of Hardhead here. Now, this version of Hardhead from the IDW comics here. Now, for some of you who have grewed up with the original G1 Hardhead, he was a headmaster.
In the original series, he was a headmaster from Planet Nebulon. Yes, and he was a Nebulos. Yes.
But here, he's not.
Nope, and in this one, he's not a headmaster. He's just Hardhead.
And also, something that does make an appearance in here is the little Micromasters, because the Micromasters does make an appearance in
the IDW. In this
of Spotlight Hardhead.
Yes, and the mini-cons, that is a whole unique story in itself, because they were what? They were organic life beings, right? They were humans.
And here's these Micromasters here.
Right.
I think they only make a cameo appearance here, but I think some of them do have a full-on appearance. But I think they only make a cameo appearance in Spotlight Hardhead here. And also, something that does make an appearance here And I think in Spotlight Cyclonus, Spotlight Double Dealer, and Spotlight Sideswipe is the Thunderwing here. And here he is right here. Where my thumb is pointing. Which was the character from the Transformers Stormbringer miniseries. And we do get some appearances of Nemesis Prime here, or Nova Prime here, and also some other ones, which is in the dead universe, like Cyclonus is. And also, RC does make an appearance here. And if you remembered, RC in the IDW comics is totally different than the one in G1 or Transformers Prime. And also in Transformers Animated. And here's some other Micromasters here, which are these guys here. And that is Spotlight Hardhead. Now we're in Spotlight Double Dealer here.
Double Dealer, Double Dealer, they portray him as being a mercenary, but at the same time he's an Autobot, but he's not really an Autobot. He's pretty much out for himself. But his allegiance is originally not to the Autobots. He's almost like a double spy. His story's pretty interesting.
But also, Hot Rod, who's in Spotlight Double Dealer, he like gives Double Dealer a piece of his mind.
Yeah. Yeah,
because he betrayed them.
Yeah, Hot Rod, yeah.
Because if you remembered in Spotlight Hot Rod, they were friends, but then at the very last page, we find out that he is like a traitor.
Yeah, he's Double Dealer gets what he's got coming to him.
From Hot Rod. And we do get a little bit of some Nemesis Prime here and Optimus here. And it looks like Nemesis Prime and Optimus is fighting here. And this is the part here where, this part right here, where the Double Dealer dies here.
He pretty much got a double deal of a bad hand there, and he paid for it.
Y'all can see here. Because here, Hot Rod is saying, did Dealer betray us? And then he shoots Double Dealer, and he falls down and gets smashed into pieces.
He fall down, go boom. Permanently.
And we do also see the monster cons here that forms Monstructor here, and we do see Six Shot here. And that's the end of Double Dealer, and now we're in the spotlight of Sideswipe here.
Okay. Now, as far as Sideswipe, what we do have...
Oh, yes.
We do have a Generation 2 Sideswipe. I know people like the G1 Sideswipe, but I think that the G2 Sideswipe looks really good. But he's in G1 form. That is Sideswipe from G2. That's how come he's black. So...
And what does make an appearance in here is we do get to see the Generation 1 Pretenders. Which I will show you. Oh, here they are. These guys here. Oh, and as you can see here, RC does do something with G-axis here.
Yeah, she does something with them, alright. Yeah.
But I think G-axis will come back.
As a ghost or something? No, I don't know.
No, not as a ghost.
But yeah, RC, yep.
She kind of did something with G-axis.
And not in a good way.
And that is the end of Spotlight Sideswipe, or the Transformers Revelations series because like I told you, this could have been like an ongoing series. Like they could have just called it Transformers Revelations instead of just calling it, well, instead of splitting it into spotlights. Because it's barely about that character. But instead it's showing a lot of other characters. Whereas on the other spotlights, it's always about that character.
Yeah, so you can start to see a little drift from the stories here going into 4. So we haven't got off into 5 yet, but we're going to.
Oh, and also, something I forgot to tell you. Here in Spotlight Sideswipe, we do get to hear that the planet Cybertron, where the Autobots and the Decepticons live on, was originally named Gorlum Prime. So it was called Gorlum Prime before it was called Cybertron, the planet. So that is the end of the Transformers Revelation series, which is the spotlights. Now we're on to the 5-chapter miniseries called Transformers Maximum Dinobots.
And we're going to have to flip the camera around right quick, and so we're going to pause it right quick so we can put the book, and we're going to readjust a couple things right quick because this story right here takes up a good bit.
And here we are at the reviewing area, and here's the Dinobots here.
Here's the Dinobots, and this next chapter says Maximum Dinobots Transformers Chapter 1
through 5.
Through 5, but it goes off into this guy here, Grimlock, who is a Tyrannosaurus. This is, of course, the G2 version, not the G1. Because of the color, I've got a couple of G2s here. So it goes off into Grimlock. And like I said, these are the Dinobots. It goes off into this guy right here, who's G2. Because normally his G1 would be great. And then it goes off into just a whole lot of the Dinobots. And this guy right here, it goes off into him. So it's really good story. So we're going to put these Dinobots off to the side, and we're going to get on to the story. Come here, Grimlock.
But first, do we have to like turn the camera around?
Okay. All ready?
Okay. We're gonna turn the camera around real quick. So be right back. And here we are at our regular thing here. And I'm gonna try and show y'all as much as I can in Maximum Dinobots without showing you every single page.
So we're going to skip a few, touch on a couple of things, skip a few, because this is a long chapter here.
But what I can tell y'all is, and I forgot to like say it in my spotlight Grimlock, and that is Grimlock in the IDW comics doesn't say like the me Grimlock thing. Well, he does kinda when we get to More Than Meets the Eye, but he's still like not the like he doesn't say the me Grimlock thing throughout the
in this book. You see more of the warrior aspect of Grimlock come out. Not that much of talking, but a whole lot of warrior.
And like you can see here, one of the Decepticon headmasters, which does still become a headmaster in this little mini-series, which is Maximum Dinobots, is Scorponok here. Except the headmaster here has a totally different name. It's not Lord Zarak. It's a different character.
Yeah. This guy's an Earth person.
Earth human. And there's also another robot who is an Autobot named Sunstreaker, who's also a headmaster, and he's been a headmaster from the other volumes that we have reviewed from Phase 1 here. And speaking of Sunstreaker, in this, there is a lot of red Sunstreaker clones here, which you can see right here. All these red cars here is actually clones of Sunstreaker. And we do get to see Shockwave, who's transformed into the laser pistol mode like he does in G1. And there's other Sunstreaker clones with a different color. Like here, there's a silver one. And of course, Sunstreaker's traditional yellow color here. And also, another one that does make an appearance is the monster bots here, which are these three.
Repugnus and I forget the other two names.
This is Double Cross, and this is Grotesque.
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 Grotesque. Yeah.
here's some more nice artwork here of the Maximum Dinobot series, and there's Shockwave here. But also at the very last chapter of volume or chapter 5 of Maximum Dinobots, we do see that the Dinobots are like done. Like the Dinobots are just done from the very last chapter of Maximum Dinobots. And that is it for Maximum Dinobots. Now we're into the next miniseries, which is the Transformers Drift 4-issue miniseries. Now, what this is about is Drift's originally named Deadlock. And Deadlock was originally a Decepticon, but then he became an Autobot and changed his name to Drift. So he was originally named Deadlock, but changed his name to Drift.
Yes, he has some soul searching to do. And once he come out the other end of the soul searching, he found out that things ain't what they appear he thought they were.
And also, if I get in a little closer here, you could also see that we do have some Generation 2 characters, like here. That kind of looks like Skyjack, and that kind of looks like Rogue Pig there, which they are.
So in these books, it's not just one continuity. It's not just G1. They threw a whole mixed bag of Transformers in there.
And also, there is one character here that's from Transformers Animated. But I want y'all to guess what that character is. But we're not there yet. When we get to the next page, I want y'all to guess who that character is from Transformers Animated. But here's some artwork here of Drift. Well, before he was named Drift, which is of course Deadlock. And also, we do see this character here, which is a Decepticon. And I think he is part of Deadlock's minions, which I think he is. And his name is Turmoil, right here. And we do also see another Transformer, which is here, wearing a hood and a cape. And he is a Cybertronian. And not really an Autobot, but a Cybertronian. And his name is Wang. See, this is the guy that was wearing that hood and that cape thing. And now we're in Chapter 2, and I think Chapter 2 is where we would see a character from Transformers Animated. But here's some more artwork here. Oh, and we do also see this character here, and his name is Atlas from Transformers Zone, which I have watched with my dad before. And here we can see Drift and Wang fighting together. Well, training together. They're just training. They're not actually fighting. And we do get some flashbacks here. And we do get some flashbacks for Drift, well, before he became named Drift, which is Deadlock, where he was hearing Megatron here, because Megatron does make an appearance here, only in the flashbacks of who will join him and his Decepticons. And he chose Deadlock. Oh, and I think this is the part here. Yes, okay. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera here. Okay. Okay. Now, this next part I'm about to show you at the end of Chapter 2 of the Drift miniseries is a character from Transformers Animated. And I want y'all to guess who it is. And he is a bounty hunter. And it starts with an L. I want y'all to guess who it is.
We'll give y'all 5 minutes. No. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No.
And if y'all guess Lockdown, then you're correct. Because guess what? And I think this will blow some of y'all's minds. Here he is. Yes, he does make an appearance in the IDW Transformers comics. So we're getting a little bit of some Transformers animated characters in the IDW comics. And he's one of them here.
Alright, y'all got that? No. They just, like I said, they got away from... You know, it just seems kind of funny because this is where they start to drift off, kind of, because now they're incorporating a whole lot of different generations of Transformers in these stories. And then they threw an animated character in the story, so I don't know where this is going to go from here after this book. Now, don't get me wrong, the stories are good. The stories are good.
Because this is not just G1 characters.
Right.
This is something totally different.
So now they're starting to run all over the place.
And there's also some characters from other Transformers cartoons that are incorporated in the IDW Transformers comics here. And here's some more pictures of the Drift miniseries. And here is Drift and Lockdown getting ready to battle while they are battling. And at the very last part of Chapter 4 of the Drift miniseries, we do get to see him in... Well, he is on Earth, but he's in... Japan. which you could see here, and he chose a car form, which looks exactly like the Generations 2009 Transformers Drift toy. And here it is, right here. So that is it for the Drift miniseries. Now we're in to Spotlight Drift.
Spotlight Drift?
And yes, Drift does also have his own Spotlight self.
Okay.
And we do get to see what looks like the wreckers here. Including Cup here, because Cup here is also part of the wreckers here. And we do get to see Turmoil again, which was also in the Drift miniseries. And here's some cool artwork here of Drift at the very end. And that is it for Spotlight Drift. We only have 2 more spotlights left, and then this book will be done. And the next spotlight is the spotlight for Metroplex here. And what does make an appearance in Spotlight Metroplex is these guys, which are called the throttle bots here.
Throttle bots such as Robar and all them. Yeah. Goldbug. Goldbug was originally a throttle bot.
And Goldbug here, which is this guy, makes an appearance. And we do get to see Six Shot here, which at the very end of the of Spotlight Metroplex, Six Shot does get killed, but then at the very last part,
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now.
he's not really dead.
Yeah, he got his bell rung pretty good. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Because Metroplex, well, I'll show it to y'all when we get to that. Oh, here it is, right here. This giant hand here is from Metroplex, and he's about to do something to Six Shot here.
Yeah.
And I think it's at the very next page here.
He basically pounded him into the...
Well, here it is, right here. He just goes, woo! It just smashes him. But I think at... Oh, no, not yet. But here is a nice 2-page picture of Metroplex here. Oh, and this part here, where Six Shot is laying dead, but here, in this panel here, you could see Six Shot is actually moving his fingers, and like, I think he's about to make a fist. So, I don't think he's really dead.
Nah, Six Shot's still going. He's got 6 lives. Anyway. No, he just took he needs a really big Advil.
And now we're at the last spotlight of this book, and it is Jazz.
Get the Jazz out.
Oh, and
the spotlight is of this guy right here, which is Jazz.
And this is the Generation 2 version.
Right. That's Generation 2 version of Jazz.
Now, in Spotlight Jazz here, it does have some funny moments here. Like, here's one here. This part here, where Cliff Jumper is freaking out, and he's like punching a wall and going nuts. And Bumblebee is sitting right here, and he's telling Cliff Jumper to calm down, because he thinks he's wasting a lot of energy. And he's also saying, besides, it's not the wall's fault. The wall didn't do anything to you. And then Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee started to argue a little bit. But then they get interrupted by this Autobot here named Trax.
Why are you hitting the wall? The wall didn't do nothing to you. That sounds all too familiar. Anyway.
But they get interrupted by this blue Autobot here named Trax. And how he's basically telling the story to both Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper about when he first met Jazz. So this story basically is Trax telling the story about Jazz. Like, when did they first met? And here, we do get to see that Trax and Jazz are being chased down by what looks like the Pricons here. The ones that form Pricon. And this is them here. And here, Jazz just like took one of the Pricons' swords and just started fighting him with it. And here you could see the Pricons do transform into the vehicle modes, not the animal modes, the vehicle modes. But we do get to see them in their animal modes in the Transformers ongoing series. So this is them before they got their animal modes. And here's Jazz fighting the Pricons here. Because he basically told Trax to stay with the other Autobots and let him deal with it. But unfortunately, yeah. You can see here, he's getting kind of wounded by the Pricons, like over here. So the Autobots came on this ship here to save him. Which you could see here. And there's Beachcomber, Cosmos, and Brawn. And there's Ironhide here. And here's some nice artwork here. And that is it for Volume 4 of Phase 1.
So, this is pretty much it for, like you said, Volume 1, Phase 4.
Phase 1, Volume 4.
Yeah, just what he said. Yeah, just what he said. Yeah, probably just said it backwards. Anyway, yeah. So you mean to tell me, and I refreshed my mind. So, Cliff Jumper was beating a wall, and Bumblebee said you didn't have to do that. What did the wall do to you?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds all too familiar.
And then they were starting to argue.
Yeah.
But then Trax.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Stop them.
Yeah, sounds like the old man. Anyway, let me get this. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Now, since we finished with this one here, and we're going to put that to the side now, this is the next one we're going to be getting off into.
Which is going to be the next video. And this is Phase 1, Volume 5.
And the color on this is not white. It's actually a pinkish, blackish color.
Well, it's a reddish color.
Okay.
And this has a picture of what looks like
Starscream. Yeah, that's what. Okay.
But this will be in the next video.
Right. As we roll on with these, the IDW books are different. They don't stick to the original storyline that you think that they would stick to.
Because these are more aimed towards older fans.
They cross so many bridges. But, I mean, the stories are good. They are.
Because some of the stuff in the Transformers IDW comics makes you wonder or makes you say to yourself, why wasn't the cartoons or the movies like this? Because this is some great storytelling.
Well, they go more into a darker issue of their personalities that you don't see in the regular cartoons.
Or the movies.
So, I mean, so the storytelling in this is good. It is. But it just goes into a darker place compared to what we've seen on TV.
Right.
So, I guess that's about it as far as this right here, and that is it. We are going to say we'll see y'all later.
And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. Or if you want to, y'all can also follow me or support me on Patreon. And I will leave a link to my Patreon account in the description box down below. Or you can click on that little Patreon box right here in this corner. Or maybe here. I don't know.
Or maybe there.
No, it's in either one of these corners.
Okay, so it's either going to be there or there. Okay.
So, I think that's about it. So, thanks for watching.
All right, y'all.